What is going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and this is the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 1 week later. Okay, I get it. I'm super late to this review, but truth be told, I wasn't originally planning on picking up the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. For one, the base model here costs a whopping $1,300, which is a crazy amount of money for a phone. And honestly, I was a bit disappointed with the way the S20 Ultra came together, so I thought I would take a pass this year. But after a little bit of time, I realized that I've always loved the Galaxy Note lineup, and frankly, I was looking for a change of pace from my iPhone 11 Pro Max. So late as I am to the party, I picked one up and I've been using it for about a week. And today I want to go over the top 3 things about this phone that I've loved so far, but at the end, I want to go over one thing that keeps bugging me about the Note 20 Ultra, no matter how much I try and enjoy this device. Now before we get into the review, if you're into checking out the latest consumer tech products before you buy them, or if you're just a tech head like me, I make a video like this every single week, so make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be the first to know when a new GSL review is out and you don't miss anything. And quick question for you guys. So I think it's fair to say that the regular non-Ultra Note 20 this year is a total what the hell device? Do you think Samsung intentionally made that phone lackluster to help convince folks to shell out the extra dollars for the Note 20 Ultra? Or do you think that's just a wild conspiracy theory held by us tech YouTubers? Curious to get your thoughts. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, the first thing I love about this phone, and really what I've always loved about the Note lineup, is the physical design. Samsung has consistently applied a go big or go home approach to design with the Note, and though it may not be for everyone, it's something that I've regularly bought into, and it's no exception for the Note 20 Ultra. It's an absolutely massive phone, unapologetically huge. It has a crazy 6.9-inch display that completely takes up the entire front of the device, and from a physicality standpoint, it just commands respect when you have it in your hands. And though it shares a lot of physical similarities with last year's model, there are some key differences. First of all, Samsung crushed it with this new satin finish on the Mystic Bronze. It gives the phone a more refined, luxurious look and feel. The color and finish on the aluminum frame perfectly complements the back panel, and the camera housing, as ridiculous as it looks, the attention to detail in the materials and the color no doubt makes this one of the most stunning phones out there today. I continue to love the boxy, squared off body. It just gives the phone a bit of an aggressive edge compared to the soft, rounded corners on virtually every other phone out there. Samsung returned the buttons to the right side of the device, which I find way more comfortable. And even though without a doubt this is a two-handed phone, everything is intelligently placed for a surprisingly easy and intuitive user experience. It still has curved edges on the display, which I wish was a little bit more flattened out, but it's way better than what Samsung used to have on their devices. And though it may not be the most practical design choice, it still gives the phone that sexy look. Overall, the Note 20 Ultra to me is the epitome of luxury when it comes to smartphones. There's not a single component on this device that isn't premium, and it's honestly impressive that a phone this size can come off this refined. Okay, the second thing I love about this phone, which really is an extension of the physical design, is the absolutely gorgeous display. It's a dynamic AMOLED 2x capacitive touchscreen that comes in at a resolution of 1440 by 3088, making for about 496 pixels per inch. And man, this display is awesome. First of all, continuing the trend of making screens as immersive as possible, there's virtually no bezel here whatsoever, just a tiny hole punch for the front-facing camera, and though that may not necessarily be a unique feature these days, when you have a phone as large as this one, it's so much more in your face. The sheer amount of real estate that you have is almost overwhelming, and consuming content on this phone is such a pleasing experience. It seriously feels like you're holding a portable display in your hands, everything comes off sharp, colors are bright and vibrant, the contrast is excellent with its deep rich blacks. I mean, the quality you're getting here is so good, it's hard to believe that you're watching it on a phone. Now, on top of a great viewing experience, Samsung implemented their 120Hz variable refresh rate on this display, and it's really like the icing on the cake for this phone. Samsung has done a phenomenal job with their high refresh rate displays, and though you do have to go down to a 1080p resolution, it's totally worth it. Scrolling is so much smoother than last year's model, you notice it right away, and it's immediately a better user experience. And there's some specific applications here that really leverage this new feature, one of them being gaming. Gaming on the Note has always been engaging with its large display, but now with the high refresh rate, it makes it feel like you're almost playing on a high-performing console. When you pair in the beastly Snapdragon 865 processor and a whopping 12GB of RAM, you get a seamless, buttery smooth experience, and it's without a doubt the best phone to game with in my opinion. Another feature that the Note takes advantage of here is the S Pen. Truthfully, I'm not a heavy S Pen user, but my god, the latency on this thing has almost been reduced to 0, and it makes for a much more realistic writing experience. pretty incredible how well it works, and it makes this already luxurious phone that much more posh. Okay, the last thing I love about the Note 20 Ultra are the cameras. No major surprise here as the Note has always done well with camera quality, but I've noticed some significant improvements. The front-facing 10 megapixel selfie camera pumps out some really nice selfies, they're sharp, have some good contrast, the dynamic range is great, and the portrait mode selfies are well executed. Now Samsung does have a tendency to overdo it with the face smoothing in my opinion, especially when in underlit environments. Now that may or may not be a minus for you, but something you should keep in mind. Where I was most impressed with the front-facing cameras is the video quality. It can shoot 4K video at either 30 or 60 frames per second, and not only is the video super sharp, you get good vibrant colors, and the dynamic range is exemplary. Plus, the stabilization is probably some of the best I've seen, and this would make a phenomenal phone for someone who's really into TikTok or Instagram, or even vloggers on YouTube. Now when it comes to the cameras on the back, you have your standard flagship triple camera setup, but with the added twist of having some insane zooming capabilities. And I'm happy to say that the color matching between all three lenses is well executed, and again the quality here is fantastic. You get Samsung's signature image processing here with the saturated colors and the artificial sharpening. It makes for really eye-catching photos that can look quite flattering. Again, the dynamic range is excellent, really impressed at how well this phone handles landscape shots, and the portrait mode produces some seriously high-quality images. The beastly 108 megapixel sensor on the main camera really flexes its muscles on macro shots. The amount of detail you're able to capture here is pretty insane. And look, I'm just gonna flat out say that the whole 50 times zoom thing to me is a total gimmick, and the pictures at that focal length are not something I'd say most people would enjoy, but to me the real winner here is the 5 times optical zoom. It's razor sharp at that focal length, and it's a fun distance to punch into when doing everyday shooting. But again, the main thing I was impressed with here is the video quality. This to me is the only phone getting close to what the flagship iPhones are bringing to the table when it comes to video. Shooting in this crazy 8K resolution gives you incredibly sharp footage, but even the 4K footage is outstanding. Colors are bright, dynamic range is really good, again stabilization is best in class, and even in wide focal lengths where the sensor is taking in a ton of data, the phone handles it like a champ, and you get very fluid, high quality video. And it looks as though Samsung fixed the autofocusing issue that plagued the S20 Ultra, as the Note is able to quickly and smoothly rack focus between subjects without any issues. Overall, the cameras on the Note 20 Ultra deliver in a big way, and it's encouraging to see that they've made some important improvements. Okay, so there's a lot to love about the Note, and seriously, this is a phenomenal phone in almost every way, except for one big area: the price. The amount of money this phone costs is overkill, and I'm really worried that it's setting a bad precedent. Pricing a phone this way puts it out of reach for most consumers, but the way Samsung designed the non-Ultra Notes really to me makes it feel like they're pushing folks to make an uncomfortable financial purchase decision in order to get the features that they know everyone wants. The amount of compromise between the two to me is on the nose, and it's unfortunate because I think it ultimately takes away from the Note's long-standing reputation as the one true flagship phone, because in many ways, it feels like it's now transitioned to being Ultra or nothing. Now yes, I know Samsung phones are notorious for going on sale, and even as I'm recording this right now, I see that the Note 20 Ultra is on sale on Amazon for $10.99, which is still expensive but way more reasonable. But let me know what you guys think about the pricing and how Samsung went about the Note lineup this year, and whether or not you agree with my assessment. Okay, that's about it for this super late review on this phone. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you guys found it useful, it really helps me out. If you guys have any questions about the Note 20 Ultra, leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.